All right, everyone. So today, I am not really worried much about which class does the most damage or which one's technically the best. I'm talking about which classes today I actually enjoy playing, leveling, grinding with, and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, this is just my opinions, so I already know some of you are going to disagree with me, but that's totally all right. So let's just get into it and see where every class lands. So first up on the list, we are going to start with the Ranger. Now I'm going to go with this in tiers. I'm going to be going with what skills they have, how easy they are with training, their progression, smoothness, does grinding feel like a chore, and then their overall enjoyment. So I'm going to break these down fairly quickly, fairly simply for you guys. I'm not going to do any BS here. I'm just going to give it to you straight, how I feel each class is according to their enjoyment, and let's get into it. So first off, like I said, is the Ranger. They have Arrow Rain as their main mobbing skill, and then Strafe as their main attack skill. So in terms of training ease, Arrow Rain makes grinding super easy and seamless. They can attack mobs above and below you and around you. Super satisfying mobbing skill. It's honestly one of my favorites. Now next we have the progression. Super easy, mobbing is fun, single target is very strong in Strafe, and equips for the class honestly look super awesome. Now, in terms of smoothness, it's a super smooth class. Attacks feel very clean. Movement is okay, not great. And arrows are fairly easy to come by. They drop by pretty much every mob, which makes it fairly easy to obtain for sure. Does grinding feel like a chore? I would say no. The simple attacks are ranged. Doesn't take that much skill. Like I said, strafe and arrow rain. You can attack from a far distance. Super easy, super fun. Overall enjoyment, I would give this class an A. Ranger has always been fun, easy to play, and it's always been aesthetically pleasing, so that's why I'd give it an A. The reason it's not an S is I really haven't played Bowman that much, so I don't really know in terms of higher levels how easy it is. Next, we are going with the Chief Bandit. So the Chief Bandit has pretty much their mobbing skill is Band of Thieves or Meso Explosion, Miso Explosion. I don't really know how you guys pronounce it, to be honest. And then Assaulter is their main attack for single target. I would say training ease, fairly easy class. Band of Thieves will be your main mobbing skill once it's fully leveled up. Assaulter is highly powerful and it helps you move around fairly quickly, and I believe you can jump in the air with it. And then Chief Bandit also gets flash jumps, so that's a cool thing about that too. Their progression, going from Savage Blow to Assaulter, is a huge upgrade, and Missile Explosion and Band of Thieves. It definitely changes the way Chief Bandit is played in terms of progressing. Equipment will be expensive, but it'll be probably one of the strongest classes in the game. I know we said we're not going to go for strongness or damage-wise here, but Chief Bandit is definitely a very strong class. For smoothness, Assaulter and Band of Thieves will make grinding fairly straightforward, moving around the map really easily, along with Flash Jump, so you don't have to worry about that. In terms of grinding, does it feel like a chore? I would say somewhat. If you use Assaulter to move around, you aren't just spamming Band of Thieves. But once you get that combo down using Assaulter, Band of Thieves, Flash Jump, it's pretty easy to get the hang of. I used to actually have a Bandit back in the day, I think post Big Bang, and it was really fun to play. I didn't like it too much personally, but I just like range classes a lot. In terms of overall enjoyment, I would say it's a super enjoyable class, but using multiple skills for grinding instead of just one main mobbing skill and just kind of mindlessly attacking there makes you concentrate a little more and have to pay a little more attention when you're training mobs. So that's the only reason I would put it in the A or the B tier. And then I would just like to ask real quick, if you guys are enjoying the rankings so far or the videos I've been putting out lately, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It really makes my day, makes me feel like you guys are enjoying the content I'm pushing out, and it strives for me to make better and more content for you guys. And I hope my mic quality is better this time around. All right, let's keep going. Alrighty, next on the list we have the Fire Poison. I have never played Fire Poison, so I can't go off of enjoyment, but in training ease, they look slightly complicated, but the AoE looks fun. Looks like there's lots of skills to use, so if you guys like complex classes, I would go for Fire Poison. Their progression, you poison them, you explode them, you attack. It sounds pretty straightforward, but it's a complex class, I feel like. In terms of smoothness, Any class with teleport makes it easy to move around and attack. Mages are honestly so fun. I've played Ice Lightning and Priest or Cleric, and I've enjoyed them, so I don't see why Fire Poison would be any different. Does grinding feel like a chore? I would say yes. It seems like lots of skills to use and to combo with. For me, it seems too difficult for me to understand and want to get into it. Maybe later in Classic I will, but not now. It looks doable once you get it down though. And for the fire poison mains out there, if you just want to like reassure the comment section down below if it actually is a pretty easy and fun class, just let them know. I don't know any better. In terms of overall enjoyment, I wouldn't enjoy it due to the amount of knowledge. It feels like you need to play the class, but fire and poison, I'd say honestly, hell yeah. Next up, we have the Almighty White Knight. Training ease, charge blow, multiple elemental charges, it looks like. I have personally, once again, never played White Knight, so I don't know too much about it, but off the videos I've seen, it looks like you have multiple elemental charges to attack with your charge blow, and it seems honestly pretty straightforward. In terms of progression, you get blunt weapons and warrior gear. It seems super, super easy to fund because I don't think a ton of people will be playing the class. But if you are one of those people that enjoy it, let me know once again in the comment section if you actually enjoy it. If it's a fun class, maybe I might try it in the future. For smoothness, tanky and strong, lots of HP, bulky class. If you are a warrior and you like tanky classes, taking a lot of hits, I would go for White Knight. Does grinding feel like a chore? I would say no. White Knight actually seems super simple and easy. Just takes lots of patience, I would say. In terms of overall enjoyment, it seems alright. It's not a class I've ever played, but if you want to be an absolute unit, I would say choose this class. Next on the list, we have everybody's favorite, the Hermit. It is the honestly easiest out of all classes. You get Avenger, Shadow Partner, Flash Jump, Haste. Need I say more? No, I do not. Super, super fun class. Progression, although it's super powerful, it'll be a very expensive class, and every item will be high in demand. Good luck, but honestly, anybody can play this class. In terms of smoothness, once again, they have haste and flash jump, and they can attack in the air. So fun, so mobile. Hermit is so cool. Does grinding feel like a chore? No, absolutely not. The easiest and best class to play by far. Super fun, super quick, super powerful. Everything. S tier all around the board. If I hadn't already picked a class out for this classic run, I would obviously go with the Hermit. Hermits are so fun, and a majority of the population will be playing Hermit at release. Alrighty, I'm going to speed this up and move a little quicker here. So next up we have Priest. They have Shining Ray as their main mobbing skill, also sort of a main attack besides Holy Arrow. If you're fighting coolies and stuff like that down the road, healing will be your mind-numbing skill to use, but Shining Ray will be your main one. In terms of progression, it's a fairly easy class to understand. Skills are pretty straightforward, but they lost HS. I won't get into that. Smoothness, you get to heal yourself, buff, use Shining Ray. Pretty simple, pretty easy. One of my favorite main funding classes in other servers that I've played, and it's kind of just one of those classes to get you started and get you to understand the game, if you haven't already. And did I mention they have teleport? Does grinding feel like a chore? No, not really. They're pretty straightforward. They have their areas to train, but they're sort of limited to where they can train with their heal skill early on, but they're really easy, really fun to play. Overall enjoyment, I'd say still without HS. Priest is still super fun. It's going to be a pretty sought after class in parties, and they're honestly a pretty laid back class to play. A lot of laid back people love playing Priest, and it's still a viable class to play. Next, we have our Dragon Knight. They have Piercing, Crush, Dragon Roar, 2-second cooldown. Hyper Body, Dragon Blood, once again, need I say more. Progression, once you get in the higher third job, Dragon Knight only becomes more and more easy and powerful to use. It's a super strong class with a wide range of skills, and you get a really wide range of attack. Smoothness, Dragon Knight has a long range with a spear or polearm. He also has quick attacks and a strong AoE and Dragon Roar, and can easily move around the map, even when hogs come out, aka Slowfur shout out. Does grinding feel like a chore? No. Again, this is one of my favorite classes to play. You'll never get tired of Dragon Knight. Easy to play once you get the attack combos down. I recommend this class to anybody and everybody. Overall enjoyment, I love the Dragon Knight. Play Dragon Knight. I will have a Dragon Knight as a second class. Next up, we've got Ice Lightning. Training ease, you get Ice Strike, Thunder Spear, Repeat, Simple and Easy. Progression, once you get most of the skills leveled up in the third job here, Ice Lightning becomes super simple to play and is one of the stronger mages that a lot of people have equips to sell for and scrolls. Smoothness, Ice Strike, Teleport, Ice Strike, Teleport, easy, easy, easy. Does grinding feel like a chore? Besides guessing where the mobs are going to be hit with Ice Strike, no, not really. It's really, really easy, super fun. Besides, like I said, guessing where you're going to be hitting the mobs from. If you love Mage, this is going to be your number one class to love. You're going to see a lot of people playing this class at launch because with the Hermit, it's one of the most sought after classes in the game. And next up, we've got the Crusader. Combo attack has always confused me, but I'm just dumb, so don't listen to me. But shout, panic, and coma, combo attack, repeat. It's a simple class with, I think, about 3 main skills. Very, very strong, clears maps pretty quickly. Progression, Crusaders are one of the most expensive ones to fund, if I remember correctly. But if you get lucky, you'll become one of the most powerful classes in the game. I know that's not what we're talking about, but it is a very fun and enjoyable class, I promise. This class, if I'm not mistaken, has Brandish in the 4th job when it eventually comes out, and that is my favorite skill in the game. In terms of smoothness, if you use two-handed swords and you get a lot of range, shout in your rush, it becomes very easy to move around, but still, it's a tank and it's slow. Does grinding feel like a chore for this class? Kind of have to combo with the combo attack, fill it up, coma or panic, and then repeat, so I think it kind of does in order for it to be useful, I guess. In terms of overall enjoyment, I would say if you don't mind paying attention to the game when you're grinding, go for this class. But if you like to zone out and watch movies or videos and stuff, I really wouldn't recommend it. You're going to be spending hundreds of hours training, so know what you're going to be getting into. And last but not least, if you guys have stuck around this long, comment sniper down in the comments. Let me know that you're a true fan, and I appreciate you guys watching this far. Or if you're zoning me out, that's okay too. But the last class I will have in this list will be the class that I will be maining in Classic, and it is Sniper. I've never played this class before, so I'm actually very interested. You get Arrow Eruption, which is the same as Arrow Rain, I believe. Evasion, Strafe, which is the same, and occasionally Mortal Blow, I believe. It sounds easy to play and very similar to the Ranger. With the progression, with not a lot of people playing, I think it'll be easy for me to fund this class and become strong, and they always have cool gear. Once you get a hold of Evasion Step, it is easy possibly standing at one place using Arrow Eruption and Strafe. It's a mobile-ish class that can attack from super far away. Does grinding feel like a chore? Not sure. I've really never played it, but I don't think it will be at all. Overall enjoyment, I will enjoy this class. End of story. Don't doubt me. Thanks for watching the video.